The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 30, 2024 are here. Next week, fans can expect Ian Ward to create some Christmas chaos. Adam Newman plays the hero for Chelsea Lawson. Also, Phyllis Summers will continue to make things worse. Keep reading to find out what is coming up next week in the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Adam Newman's Heroism. We and our spoilers for the week of December 30 reveal that Chelsea will report some kind of disturbing news to Adam. It's possible that Connor Newman might have some issues with his obsessive-compulsive disorder. The holidays usually aren't very kind to those with mental health struggles. Of course, this might actually be Chelsea warning Adam that Ian is back in Genoa City. Adam and Ian used to be partners in crime, but the reformed villain will want to protect Connor. Adam might even urge Chelsea and Connor to move in with him at the ranch house for their own safety. I and our spoilers, Ian Ward's chaos. Next week, fans can also expect Ian to continue trying to deceive Tessa Porter. However, at some point, someone might point out that Warren Masters is actually Ian Ward. This is particularly scary for Mariah Copeland, who will want to keep Area Porter Copeland safe. While Ian is having fugitive Jordan do all his dirty work, she is getting fed up. So Jordan might end up getting some kind of redemption by the end of this storyline. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis Summers' trouble. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 30 reveal that fans might see how Phyllis responds to Billy Abbott's tempting offer. Billy offered Phyllis in on his scheme before, but she worried about the children. After the latest bombshell about Sharon Newman's case, Phyllis could feel like being destructive. However, Victor Newman isn't someone you want to tangle with unless you are completely prepared for his wrath. Y and R spoilers. Week of December 30, 2024. Next week, Nate Hastings and Audra Charles get ready to find Damien. The new character won't be making a debut until January 8, 2025. So Nate clearly reaches a dead end, or maybe Damien slips away before they can get to Los Angeles. In any case, Nate isn't giving up just yet. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, December 27. Reveal that Victor Newman will continue to show support for Cole Howard and Victoria Newman's relationship. During the holiday gathering at the ranch, Victor assured Cole that he wouldn't stand in the way of his future with Victoria. Since Victoria was homesick in bed at the time, Victor will feel the need to clarify things for her too. Although Victor is always going to be a protective father, he'll give Victoria updates on his new perspective and let her know that he approves of her romance with Cole now. Victor won't plan on derailing things, but his attitude could change once he realizes Jordan is on the loose. Will that lead to Victor once again holding Cole and Michael Baldwin responsible for his ruined dungeon scheme? Speaking of schemes, Ian Ward will continue his plot to dupe Tessa Porter and gain her trust. I and our fans will see Ian visit society once more and turn on the charm, but he could hit a snag once he encounters Abby Winters. Abby will seem a little weirded out and may start wondering if there's more than meets the eye when it comes to Warren Masters, the prison chaplain. Over with Adam Newman, he'll get some unsettling news. Chelsea Lawson will be the one who alerts Adam to trouble, so could she spot Ian somewhere and sound the alarm? Will this tie in with some Connor Newman drama instead? Whatever the case, Adam and Chelsea could grow closer if they're forced to tackle a crisis together. Meanwhile, Audra Charles will join Nate Hastings as he prepares to meet his half-brother Damien. Denise Tolliver will make another appearance, so she should lead Nate and Audra to the address she tracked down in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Nate will end up meeting Damien after all, at least not right now. Since Nathan Owens has joined the cast and appears to be the actor playing Damien, his first air date is a big clue about the search coming with curveballs. Owens isn't supposed to appear on screen until January 8, so it sounds like Damien may run before Nate has a chance to talk to him. That may force Nate, Audra, and Denise to have a strategy session after Damien takes off. Amy Lewis will have to be brought in the loop as well, so she could wind up disappointed once her reunion with Damien is delayed. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the Damien search party will have to regroup, so stick with us for more predictions on their next steps. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Thursday, December 26, reveals that Ian Ward will eavesdrop while Phyllis Summers rants to Billy Abbott about all the changes in Sharon Newman's story and her desire for payback. Although Phyllis will claim she's not going to personally go after Sharon, Billy will still get the feeling that she's going to get herself in trouble with vigilant justice. Instead, Billy will push Phyllis to channel all that energy into helping him take back Chancellor. That way, she can give Daniel Romalotti Jr. somewhere to land with all his talent. As for Ian, he'll return to Jordan with good news, since he'll think they can use Phyllis to get their plan back on track. After Ian admits he has a history with Phyllis, he'll talk about when he posed as a fisherman widower and they shared trout in the woods. Jordan will wonder if she should be jealous, so Ian will suggest he's not going to correct her if jealousy will fuel her. Nevertheless, Ian will eventually admit Phyllis turned on him like all the rest and will voice his appreciation for Jordan's loyalty. Once Ian says Phyllis is a tigress, he'll insist her animal nature makes her the perfect target for his next scheme. Ian will sit down with Jordan on the bed and get ready to spill her next instructions. At Crimson Lights, Daniel will run into Nick Newman and push for more details on Sharon's latest claims. Nick will explain the hypnosis and how Sharon remembered a hand on her shoulder, but Daniel will be skeptical. Daniel will wonder how they know it's not another hallucination, one that conveniently lets Sharon off the hook for what happened to Heather Stevens. At the cottage, Chancellor will get updates on Sharon's new hypnosis memories as well. Sharon will assure Chance that she recalls a gloved hand on her shoulder and that Heather cried out from across the room. Michael Baldwin will back Sharon up and contend that the investigation needs to be reopened. It'll take some convincing, but Chance will finally agree to get the ball rolling on that. When Daniel arrives with Nick, he'll confront Sharon about the changes in her story. Sharon will get why Daniel would have doubts, but she'll argue that the real culprit is still out there and that his family could be in danger. Michael will also point out that the third person at the apartment, Sharon's tainted pills, and Phyllis getting run off the road could all be connected. Daniel still won't be sold on Sharon's evolving story, but he'll realize it's out of his hands. At the very least, Daniel will think he deserves to be kept posted on the latest developments. At the coffee house, Chance will run into Summer Newman, so she'll bring up the changes in Sharon's case as well. However, Chance will think that's a dangerous topic and acknowledge that their relationship can't stay stuck in limbo. Although Chance will apologize for how he handled things, he'll worry that Summer and her family are going to blame him if Sharon walks. Summer will confess that she took her fear and anger out on Chance when she shouldn't have, so she'll be sorry for that. After Chance says he'd like to get dinner with Summer sometime, she'll admit she'd like that very much. It sounds like Summer and Chance are gearing up for a fresh start in their romance, but our predictions point to more bumps in the road. Next on Thursday's Eye and Our episode, Sharon will fret over everything Daniel and his family are going through, but she'll get more support from Nick and Michael. Nick will be pleased that the investigation is being reopened, but he'll still plan on looking into this himself. The more eyes we have on this, the sooner we're gonna find who's behind it and pulling all the strings, Nick will declare. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick could land in some dangerous situations thanks to all his digging, so stay tuned. We'll have all the hottest Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates you need, so stop by often for more Y&R info. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Thursday, December 26, reveals that Summer Newman and Chance Chancellor will have a long overdue conversation. I&R fans will recall how Summer blew up a Chance over Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s arrest and how he handled that whole investigation. It left Summer thinking they probably shouldn't see each other for a while since Chance wasn't sorry for doing things by the book. Summer later hinted to Kyle Abbott that she may not have a future with Chance anymore, but they haven't made an official decision about their relationship at this point. That's why Summer and Chance will need to sit down for a meeting on Thursday's I&R episode. It'll give Chance and Summer an opportunity to talk about their true feelings in the here and now. Will Summer and Chance agree to try again or just go ahead and throw in the towel on their romance? No matter what choice they make, Chance and Summer's future will be decided soon enough. In the meantime, Billy Abbott and Phyllis Summers will reconvene for an important discussion of their own. Daniel did his best to convince Phyllis that Billy was destined to fail in his plot against Victor Newman. Since Billy is just going to stir up trouble and pull Phyllis into a mess, Daniel is hoping his mom will accept his words of wisdom and stay away from all that. However, Billy will work to entice Phyllis with a proposition on Thursday's show. It sounds like Billy's offer will somehow sweeten the pot and make this revenge alliance a little more tempting. In the end, Phyllis may not be able to resist going all in on this partnership with Billy, regardless of what Daniel has to say about it. Speaking of Daniel, he'll corner Nick Newman and create some tense moments across town. Daniel may push Nick for answers since Phyllis told him that Sharon Newman now claims there was a third person in the apartment with her that night. Sharon changed her story and insists someone else targeted Heather Stevens while she was unconscious, so Daniel will wonder what he's missing here. Nick may confess that Alan Laurent led Sharon through some eye-opening hypnosis sessions, but Daniel may be skeptical about the memories that those sessions brought back. Daniel may wonder how Nick can be sure Sharon isn't making all this up to save herself under the circumstances. Nevertheless, Nick will defend Sharon and work to convince Daniel that he should be on Sharon's side too. The real culprit is still out there, so Nick may pressure Daniel to get on board if he wants true justice for Heather. Daniel will question Nick's total faith in Sharon, but Nick won't waver from his loyal support. Based on our predictions, Jordan and Ian Ward could make some more mistakes that'll trip them up in the coming episodes. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick will be on the lookout for any other clues that could help prove who's actually responsible for Heather's demise. So stay tuned for updates on any shocking news to come. It's the place to be for sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates. So make us your favorite hotspot. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 26 reveal some bombshells are about to drop in Genoa City. Two characters have a massive face-off, while one presents an offer that can't be refused and is a super couple officially headed to Splitsville. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Thursday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Daniel Romalotti challenges Nick Newman. Y&R spoilers for Thursday, December 26 suggest that Daniel Romalotti and Nick Newman could have a massive confrontation. Added teasers indicate that Daniel will question why Nick is supporting Sharon Newman after she confessed to not only murdering Heather Stevens, but also almost killing his mom, Phyllis Summers, in that car crash. Nick may reason that new evidence and hypnosis have revealed otherwise, but will he also tell Daniel that even Phyllis doesn't recall Sharon's car hitting her? Daniel's mom got him riled up on Christmas Eve, but keeps forgetting to tell him that teeny tiny detail. Will Daniel start to believe what Nick believes? Only time will tell. Y&R spoilers. Billy Abbott presents an interesting offer. Across town, Y&R spoilers for Thursday indicate that Billy Abbott will present a tempting offer to Phyllis. He needs her help to bring Victor Newman down, but Phyllis is far too preoccupied with revenge against Sharon at the moment. Could he offer up a scenario that would be in the best interest of them both? What could this be? Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Is summons done? Lastly, Y&R spoilers for Thursday, December 26. Note that Chance Chancellor and Summer Newman will talk about their relationship. Summer dumped Chance fairly quickly back in November, right after her mom landed in the hospital. She was steaming mad when Sharon confessed to Heather's murder, something both she and Phyllis begged him to investigate. Summer also felt as if Chance didn't do enough for her family as the lead in Heather's murder investigation. So, is this the end of Summons, or could this conversation change things between the two? Emotions were running high when Summer ended things with Chance. So has the time apart healed all wounds, or will the two officially go their separate ways? Are you excited about Thursday's show? Comment below. Make sure to tune into the CBS soap each day so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and check out SOs regularly for the most up-to-date Young and the Restless spoilers and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 26 tease that the Dramarama ramps up on your favorite soap on Boxing Day. But first, we have a programming note to discuss. On Christmas Day, Wednesday 25, the show will air a classic episode from 1985. The episode is a blast from the past, specifically from December 24, 1985, where we see Victor Newman caught between Nikki Newman and Ashley Abbott. Additionally, Lauren Baldwin tries to get with Paul Williams, and Danny Romalotti wants a Christmas miracle. Will he get one? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Christmas repeat. The show is back to new episodes on Thursday, December 26. On that day, Daniel Romalotti has a brouhaha with Nick Newman. Daniel knows about the latest hypnosis session, and he doesn't like how Nick is defending Sharon Newman. Daniel wants more info and demands to know what Nick hasn't told him. Will Nick be pressured to reveal that Sharon remembered another person in the apartment the night Heather Stevens was killed? Y&R spoilers, Daniel in disbelief. Daniel has a hard time buying this version of events, but Nick wants him to consider who the real Sharon is. Is she capable of murder? Meanwhile, Billy Abbott teases Phyllis Summers. He has an exciting proposal for Phyllis, likely something to do with taking down their mutual enemy, Victor Newman. Elsewhere, Summer Newman and Chance Chancellor meet to figure out where they stand in the romance department. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Chance and Summer over? Summer and Chance are on a break, but now's the time to revisit this and make a decision going forward. Do you want these two together, Y&R fans? It seems like Summer never got over Kyle Abbott, whom she talked to about her issues with Chance. Those issues could now be even more complicated with Heather's death being revisited. Are Summer and Chance doomed by his past investigation into her brother? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy Abbott recently turned to Jack Abbott with a big request that was quickly rejected. Although Billy wants to destabilize Chancellor and scoop it up for next to nothing once he's done, he still needs a capital investment to make this revenge plot a success. Billy asked Jack for the money he needed, but Jack refused to participate in a scheme that would hurt Nikki Newman. Besides, Jack doesn't think it's a good idea for Billy to seek vengeance, and would much rather see him let all this go. Y&R fans know Billy isn't going to do that, so he's got limited options here. It's possible Billy will shift his strategy and get revenge on Victor another way, but that wouldn't get him Chancellor back like he wants. With that in mind, Billy's best strategy is to rely on a different investor, perhaps someone who also has a grudge against Victor over what he views as a stolen company. What if Billy teams up with Tucker McCall, who's been off licking his wounds due to Audra Charles stealing Glissade with Victor's help? Tucker has probably figured out by now that Victor was the one pulling the strings when it came to that scheme. Since Tucker isn't the kind of guy to forgive and forget, he might decide to make Victor pay for that eventually. Whether Trevor Street John returns or the show recasts with another actor, it makes sense for Tucker to resurface at some point. Tucker went out with a whimper, so he deserves to come back with a roar. Since Billy disowned Jack and made it clear that he doesn't trust his brother, he'll have to figure out some other strategies. Billy doesn't trust Tucker, either, since he's got a contentious history with the Abbotts. But that doesn't matter much now that Billy's distancing himself from his own family. Maybe Billy could decide that the enemy of his enemy is his friend in this situation and join forces with Tucker for payback on Victor. Of course, Billy would have to be careful about Tucker's ulterior motives, but he might be willing to risk an alliance with him. Would you like to see Tucker McCall return in some form? Do you think Billy and Tucker should team up for revenge on Victor? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will continue making confident predictions about winning, so stay tuned for updates on whether he'll get the victorious news he's counting on. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Billy Abbott is tired of being let down by his family and will call in a shocking partner in crime. Billy wants revenge on Victor Newman, and he is determined to get it. Will Tucker McCall be the ace in the hole he needs to get even? The Young and the Restless, Billy Abbott needs financial help. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy recently approached Jack Abbott for help with his plans. However, Jack turned him down flat, leaving Billy to find someone else. Now that Billy cannot count on anyone in his family for help, will Tucker join him as he goes after Chancellor? Jill Abbott sold the company out from under Billy instead of giving him a chance to do anything with it. Victor stole Glissade from under Tucker as well. Everyone sees Billy and Tucker as failures. Can the two of them work together to bring down Victor? Is this pairing what is needed to take Chancellor back? By and our spoilers, Tucker McCall should be ripe for revenge. By now, Tucker has probably figured out that Victor was behind Audra Charles and her plan to steal Glissade. Tucker is likely just waiting for a chance to make Victor pay. Of course, joining forces with Billy could be the ultimate way to do just that if Billy's plan works. Billy is not the best businessman in the world by far. However, Billy is determined to get Chancellor back, and he is having to strategize this time. Tucker has also had time to think able how to get back at Victor, and as they say, two heads are better than one. Perhaps Tucker and Billy's business sense can mesh to pull this off. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ashley Abbott is back in town. It certainly isn't going to hurt Billy's case that Ashley is back in town. After all, now that Ashley and Tucker know what went wrong, she could be willing to give him another chance now that she is out of the treatment facility and back in Genoa City. Tucker could think of much worse reasons to return home. Billy may be worried about Tucker's ulterior motives for this move if he does agree, but hey, no one else is willing to help. Ashley is a big girl, and Billy is pulling away from the family anyway. Can Billy protect Ashley if Tucker gets too close? Does Billy even see this as a problem at the moment? Will Billy and Tucker take down Victor this time? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. We all know how tough it can be to get back into the swing of things at work after the holidays, and none of us need anything to make it even worse. But that's what poor Christian Jules LeBlanc is already facing on his return to shooting The Young and the Restless. Michael's portrayer took to Instagram to share his tragic news. Well, tragic might be overselling it a bit. LeBlanc, though, sold it just the right amount. Literally in the lounge, getting ready to go to New Orleans for a food fest, he shared, "And I look at my script on my first day back after this trip. There's a big B&U, which means body makeup, which means somebody's gonna have to show their body the first day after vacation. The news clearly stressed the poor guy out as he munched away on a bagel. "Mom, bagels. And I brought all my elastic waist pants," Lebling lamented in between bites. "Probably hide behind Tracy E. Bregman, Lauren. So sad. Well, Merry Christmas." Check out the full, hilarious holiday message below. Fortunately, Laura Lee Bell was there to empathize in the comments and offer some encouragement, writing, "Oh no, you'll look marvelous, darling." But Bregman was a lot less sympathetic to her TV hubby. "Haha," she laughed. "Thank God it's you. I just read it, so does that mean he can or can't hide behind her for the scenes?" Ah well, we've got full confidence that Lebling will look fantastic, food festival or not. As Beth Maitland pointed out, like you don't want to take your shirt off. What kind of hunk are ya? A hunk who's returning from the holidays. Ah well, as the show's resident legal hunk wrote on his post, "Happy Holidays, Vol." The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Michael Baldwin doesn't have to plead temporary insanity. Sharon Newman could have the charges against her dropped if evidence of who killed Heather Stevens emerges. Viewers know whose hand touched Sharon's shoulder just before she lost consciousness for a second time. Jordan Howard was in the condominium exacting a plot to frame Sharon for Heather's murder. Rather than facing a stacked deck and having to hope Sharon would be remanded to a psychiatric facility, Michael can now focus on determining who Heather's killer is and how that can be proven. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Phyllis Summers wants justice. Phyllis Summers believes this case is closed. Sharon confessed to killing Heather, dumping her body, and framing Daniel Romolotti. Stafford's character also believes that Sharon lured her onto the road near the cottage so she could eliminate her. But Sharon has come to believe that whoever is framing her for Heather's murder and the other crimes that were committed is also responsible for Phyllis' car crash. That driver, who the audience has been led to believe is Jordan, also caused Sharon to veer off the road. Daniel's and Lucy Romolotti's lives were demolished, which is why Phyllis wants justice. However, as Lauren Fenmore Baldwin tried telling her best friend, Phyllis needed to listen to Michael because new information existed about all that had happened. By and are spoilers. Michael Baldwin working by the book. He's long been considered the best lawyer in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Thankfully, he's representing Sharon because she needs the best defense possible. Nick Newman's hunch about Sharon's medication paid off big time. He suspected something was off, as the toxicology reports proved. So Michael hopes that the bombshell will cause Chance Chancellor to be able to reopen the case. Michael didn't want Phyllis to know about the newest reveal, meaning the presence of a third person in Heather's condominium. Phyllis isn't interested in considering the facts of the case because she's purely seeking vengeance against Sharon. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman is motivated. Sharon had no idea that her medication was being manipulated. Her hypnosis sessions appear to reveal that Jordan drugged her after Sharon accidentally knocked Heather unconscious. Knowing these new facts provides Sharon with plenty of motivation. She's also concerned that Daniel and Lucy are in danger because the unknown killer is on the loose. Jordan and Ian Ward are roaming the streets of GC. Jordan's been disguised, but Ian was unmasked when he spoke with Tessa Porter in Society. The risky behavior of both villains implies that needed evidence might be gained through the unforced errors that Jordan, Ian, or both make. This site is a leading source for everything linked to the Young and the Restless. Check back regularly for Y and R spoilers and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman has endured one of the most harrowing experiences of her life, but the tide may finally be turning in her favor. After being drugged and manipulated by Jordan and Ian Ward, Sharon has faced severe mental and legal challenges. However, thanks to Nick Newman's unwavering support, there's hope on the horizon. Nick's determination to uncover the truth led him to have Sharon's pills and bottle tested, proving she was intentionally targeted. This discovery set the stage for Sharon to undergo hypnosis, unraveling the sinister plot against her. Nick's heroics have not only aided Sharon's case, but have also reignited speculation about a potential romantic reunion between the two. While no official confirmation has been made, fans are rooting for Sharon and Nick to rekindle their love. The connection between Sharon and Nick is undeniable, and their enduring bond has weathered countless storms. Despite past heartbreaks, including their near remarriage in 2018 that was derailed by Nick's infidelity, the timing now feels right for a fresh start. Sharon's recent struggles and Nick's steadfast support could pave the way for a new chapter in their love story. Many viewers are already envisioning a wedding countdown for this iconic duo. Nick has proven time and again that Sharon is his priority, and their connection goes beyond friendship. Sharon's resilience and Nick's commitment to her happiness make them a compelling pair. While Nick's past with Phyllis Summers may linger, it's clear that Sharon holds a special place in his heart. Their chemistry and shared history suggest that they are destined for something deeper. As Sharon continues to fight for her freedom and reclaim her life, a rekindled romance with Nick could bring the happiness she so deserves. Whether it's a romantic reunion or even a wedding in 2025, Sharon and Nick have the potential to become a cornerstone couple for the young and the restless. Fans will be watching closely as their story unfolds, hoping for a love that stands the test of time. Victor Newman, the ultimate puppet master of the young and the restless, has never been one to shy away from manipulation, especially when it comes to protecting his family or advancing his agenda. His latest target, Kyle Abbott. As tensions rise and loyalties are tested, Victor might be plotting a new scheme to gain the upper hand, and Kyle could find himself in the crossfire. Victor has a long history of using traps and leverage to bend others to his will. In Kyle's case, Victor could easily set the stage for a calculated takedown, creating a situation where Kyle has no choice but to submit to his demands. Whether through financial sabotage, exposing a hidden secret, or orchestrating a scandal, Victor's ability to pull strings behind the scenes is unmatched. For Kyle, being in Victor's crosshairs could mean a devastating fallout. One possible scenario is Victor forcing Kyle to make a heartbreaking sacrifice, his relationship with Claire. Victor might argue that ending things with Claire is the only way to protect her from the storm brewing around him. Of course, this wouldn't be a simple suggestion. It would likely come with an ominous warning or a veiled threat. Victor's words often carry the weight of consequences, and Kyle would know better than to underestimate him. The stakes would have to be incredibly high for Victor to push Kyle into such a drastic move. Perhaps Victor uncovers damning evidence that could land Kyle in prison or threaten his custody of Harrison Abbott. For Kyle, the thought of losing Harrison would be unbearable, making him vulnerable to Victor's manipulations. Victor might use this fear as leverage, presenting Kyle with an impossible choice: walk away from Claire or face a future that could destroy his life. Victor's potential actions highlight his ruthless dedication to control and his willingness to blur moral lines for the sake of his goals. While some might view his tactics as overbearing or even cruel, others see them as the mark of a man fiercely loyal to his family. Regardless of the perspective, Victor's schemes always create ripples that impact everyone around him. Kyle, on the other hand, would find himself wrestling with his own principles and priorities. Could he betray his feelings for Claire to protect his son? Would he dare to defy Victor, knowing the potential consequences? The emotional and moral conflict would push Kyle to his limits, creating a gripping storyline that leaves fans on the edge of their seats. Victor's potential trap for Kyle is a reminder of the intricate web of power, loyalty, and manipulation that defines the young and the restless. As the drama unfolds, viewers can expect intense confrontations, shocking revelations, and the ever-present question: just how far will Victor Newman go to get what he wants? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Ashley Abbott, a character no stranger to drama in Genoa City, isn't the only one facing intense moments. Eileen Davidson, the actress who brings Ashley to life, recently experienced a terrifying real-life ordeal. This week, Malibu's Franklin fire erupted, spreading quickly and putting countless lives and homes at risk. Unfortunately, Davidson and her family were among those affected. While evacuation orders were issued, firefighters worked tirelessly to contain the blaze. By Thursday, December 12, the fire was under control and evacuation orders for Davidson's home were lifted. Davidson took to Instagram to share her experience, posting several photos, including one of her home surrounded by an eerie orange haze and snapshots of packed luggage and treasured photo albums. Her caption began, "The last few days have been a nightmare. Thank God we were spared." She went on to describe the harrowing experience of being under an evacuation warning for 48 hours, expressing immense gratitude to the firefighters and first responders who worked to control the fire. Davidson also shared her heartbreak for those who lost their homes, noting the support from my and our cast members and fans. Her post quickly garnered support from her co-stars and fans alike. Tracy E. Bregman, who plays Lauren Fenmore, empathized deeply, having lost her own home during the Woolsey fire in 2018, and responded with heartfelt emojis to show her support. Greg Reckart commented, "So glad you're all okay," with 2 heart emojis. Other soap stars, such as Christian Alfonso, Galen Gearing, and Y&R alum Joseph A. Collins, also offered words of encouragement. Fans of the show flooded the comments section with messages of relief and support, expressing their happiness that Davidson and her family were safe. A grateful ending. On behalf of everyone here, we extend our best wishes to Eileen Davidson and her family. It's a relief to know they are back home and safe after such a frightening ordeal. Don't miss the drama on The Young and the Restless. Tune in daily on CBS for the latest spoilers and updates. Be sure to check back here regularly. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. The Young and the Restless drama is heating up as Sharon Case will be completing 30 years soon. The veteran actress has been leaving the audience spellbound with her portrayal of Sharon Newman for years. Currently, the character is losing grip on reality and is being pushed to her limits. Her story is bound to bring life-altering twists. Let's hear what Josh Griffith, Y&R's executive producer and head writer, says about it. The stakes have never been higher. The Young and the Restless showrunner Josh is excited about Sharon's 30th anniversary. He believes Sharon's rich history made this anniversary the ideal time to explore her story further. With her past, including moments like Cameron and Cassie's death, it felt right to revisit those pivotal moments, Josh sighed. Moreover, bringing Lyndon Ashby back as Cameron, who appears from Sharon's subconscious, makes the storyline more profound. Griffith noted that the schedule was super tight when Cameron returned last summer. The executive producer is happy Lyndon could fit into his plans this time. He added, "Their chemistry really brings their shared history to life. This storyline has exceeded our expectations thanks to their performances." Meanwhile, Sharon's week begins on a jarring note on the CBS soap with a nightmare. It features a bloody Daniel calling for Cassie. Griffith explains that Daniel's presence in Sharon's mind isn't accidental. According to him, Faith's car accident triggered Sharon's trauma about Cassie. Additionally, Lucy's involvement serves as a painful reminder of their connections tied to Cassie's death. As Sharon deals with her emotions, Cameron's voice pushes her toward dark decisions. Griffith commented on Sharon's internal struggle. The Y&R producer thinks Sharon's good side is losing the battle against Cameron's influence because of her deep-rooted trauma. Josh explained, "The more Sharon tries to resist, the more Cameron's encouragement for revenge takes hold. Furthermore, she's struggling with her medication, which makes it even harder to fight back, Griffith said. Sharon's thirst for vengeance stems from deep pain and guilt over Cassie's death. Josh hints at shocking developments that tie Sharon to Daniel's family, including Phyllis. Years of hurt and anger between these characters will reach a boiling point. He teases and praises Case's work. He called it a true showcase of why Sharon has been a cornerstone of Y&R for 3 decades. Keep reading Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless celeb updates. Don't miss Sharon Case's standalone anniversary episode on September 27 and share your views. With Sharon and her lawyer set on pressuring the authorities to reopen Heather's murder case, Ian and Jordan have a real problem on their hands. How will Young and Restless intervene so as to give the villains more time to rain terror down on Genoa City? Well, we're already seeing clues on screen, and it involves someone else being targeted by the gruesome twosome. After Sharon's revealing second hypnosis session, she's convinced someone else was in the apartment with her and Heather, and though she didn't see Jordan's face, she remembered a gloved hand being placed on her shoulder and guiding her down to the sofa. She also remembered that at that point, Heather was alive and well and screaming from across the room. Sharon basically witnessed Heather's murder at the hands of Jordan, but it's buried deep. Not only was she blacking out and traumatized, but she was under the effects of the PCP that Jordan had been lacing her meds with all along. When it first came to light that Sharon's prescription had been tainted, there was a lot of speculation about who could possibly hate her enough to do such a terrible thing. Gadding about town with her hatred of the blonde on full display was her former nemesis, none other than Daniel's furious mother, which seemed to be hinting that Sharon and company might turn their suspicions on her at some point. Of course, we all know that Jordan is the real culprit. That's why we speculated that Jordan would frame Phyllis, as it certainly wouldn't be a stretch to believe Red would go these lengths. As we, and everyone in Genoa City knows, she literally faked her own death in an effort to rid herself of Diane. Fast forward to Michael and Lauren telling Phyllis that after confessing, Sharon is now changing her story and believes a third person was in the apartment and killed Heather. This new information, along with the idea that the investigation would be reopened, thus causing Daniel and Lucy more pain, didn't sit well with the rampaging redhead who adopted a new mantra. Over at Sharon's place during a confrontation, and over at Daniel's place, whilst updating her son on the latest, Phyllis declared that Sharon will pay no matter what happens, she'll pay one way or another, etc. With this, Young and Restless is setting the scene for Phyllis to be framed for lacing Sharon's meds with PCP and killing Heather to set her up for a murder rap. Indeed, she's in line to be Jordan and Ian's next target/victim, as she's the perfect suspect to take the heat off of them. All they'd have to do is plant Jordan's gloves and a little container of PCP in her bag or car, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. Going a step further, since Ian wants Sharon gone, they'll probably try to kill her and frame Phyllis for that as well. As we already previewed, Sharon's life is in grave danger, and recent casting tells us there will be more bloodshed very soon. What a nightmare for both of Nick's ex-wives. He'll be stuck in the middle, as will Michael, who won't be able to help Phyllis because he's already been retained by Sharon. Ian and Jordan, meanwhile, will be delighted by how easy it is to incriminate Phyllis and make her pay for their dirty work. Mark our words, this whole mess is about to become a full-on disaster zone.